Hello, John Birch for All About Gums, and today I'm going to make a brief video showing how we use the website All About Gums in conjunction with the PHQ Digital Recall Calculator to show patients how to shorten their dental recalls in order to avoid some of the big diseases, especially Alzheimer's disease. So I'm going to start off here by showing you the All About Gums website. Here it is, and it's just a normal website, allaboutgums.com. There's numbers of links up here, particularly Alzheimer's disease. So when we have a patient who comes in, we educate them and we say, Mrs. Smith, there's been a lot of research lately as to how gingival inflammation is leading to particular diseases, and I'd like to share this with you. And this is what we do. We go to this link right here, which is the hot topic, and we play this video right here. And I'm just going to play the first few minutes, and this is exactly what I do in my office. So what we do is we actually just play the first few minutes of that video, and it's a real attention getter. A lot of patients are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even 70s, and that video is a way to really sort of shock them into realizing that there are these diseases that are correlated with gum disease, in particular Alzheimer's. Now here's the second thing I do personally. I show them this video, and I'll go and run this just for a few minutes. And what I do is I typically go right about here in the video, then I'll stop it, and then I'll say, look at what we have here. This is a picture that this guy doing a TED Talk is showing the difference between a healthy brain and the Alzheimer's brain. And it really is dramatic that if the person has built up what they call beta amyloid in their synapses, this is exactly what it looks like. So this is the second way that the person becomes, you might say, converted. And now we go down here and we show them, for example, this one here. Now this is a video where the woman talks about the beta amyloid or amyloid beta, and she does this TED Talk, and people get a business card at our office to allow them to go to this website and spend time with this stuff on their own. But anyway, here's the beta amyloid. I won't play this video, but she shows you how this stuff gets clogged into the synapse and blocks the ability of the acetylcholine to go back and forth. And this is why the disease causes so much trouble. If you have heart disease, stroke, diabetes, or cancer, there are cures. There is no cure for Alzheimer's. When the beta amyloid, which happens because of the inflammation, when that gets stuck in the synapses by the thousands and millions and hundreds of millions, that's what causes the brain to stop functioning. And then not only do you start losing your memory, but eventually your brain can't run the functions of your body. People trip, they fall, and eventually the organs get shut down. So the point isn't to scare people, the point is to educate them that tartar creates beta amyloid, especially in these cases. And then here's a guy from Michigan, and he does a nice job of saying gum disease is correlated with Alzheimer's. And then another video here, another video here, another one down here. Now, what we do then, this is literally in a minute, as I will go back here, and I'm describing to patients how the tartar causes these openings in their tight junctions. And here's the second video that we actually play to show them why the tartar is so damaging. Here we go.
This video is going to be about tight junctions. These are ways our bodies fight off infection. tight junctions make the epithelial cells covering our body keep bacteria out. They also keep oral bacteria from entering our bloodstream from our mouths. This is sandpaper. And this. And this. And these are swollen gums. Infected gums. Painful gums. So what do sandpaper, swollen gums and tight junctions have in common? What's the connection? Here is a clue. When dental patients have tartar, also called calculus, on their teeth, it acts like sandpaper. As the person chews their food, and even as they speak, the gums rub against the teeth. If there is tartar, it rubs the gums raw and opens little sores in the tight junctions. These sores let oral bacteria get into your bloodstream and can lead to heart disease, stroke, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, arthritis, and even cancer. So what does all this mean? What good is it?
So we run that video. We sort of do this all spontaneously because the patient doesn't want to sit there and just watch this, to the end. But each one of these is pretty short, and it shows them, number one, that there is this problem with Alzheimer's. Number two, that the tartar is contributory. And then what we do is we say, now we'd like to use a digital calculator to see where you are. We open up this particular calculator right here, and the result of this is what is convincing. Now this is a spreadsheet that we've made, and what we do is we take the patient's number of teeth and we type it in here. So let's say the person has 28 teeth, and then we chart the number of points in their mouth that bled when we scale their teeth, not just bleeding on probing, but scaling. So let's say this were 5 teeth. And then we go here and we say, how many pocket points did they have? A pocket point is 1 millimeter of depth anywhere on the mesial buccal of a tooth that's more than 3 millimeters. So you can literally go through the mouth and probe. And if you get 5, 4, 5, that would be 2 over, 1 over, 2 over, that's 5 pocket points. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. It's a whole mouth number, so let's say that we had a total of 10 pocket points. And then mobility, we all know how to do that. We push with our little mirror handle. And down here is the big one. We say visible tartar on teeth. Let's just say this is 7. Now what happens here is this calculates a thing called the periodontal health quotient. Here is a video on that subject, but most importantly, it calculates the recall. It's digital. And over here, if the person happens to have 5 bleeding points, pocketing over normal, 10 mobility, and 7 visible tartar, they get a PHQ of 29. 29 is right in here, so that tells them they need a 3-month recall. It's amazingly convincing. Now let's just take their number of teeth down to 25, and if it's 25, what happens now is their PHQ is 32, and they wind up being recommended to have scaling and root planing. And now if it gets over 35, let's say they had more bleeding, and it's like this, now we get a digital readout, and this digital readout down here is calculated, and this is how people sometimes see that they should come in even every 2 months. You will be surprised with the videos from All About Gums and also with the digital calculator how many people will take that recommendation to heart. Let's go down here and say, what if the person only had 15 teeth and still had these numbers? They need to come in every 5 weeks. So this calculator is online, the person can do it. I'm going to return these values to 1, and then maybe here to 1, no, to 1, and I'll go here to 1, and I'll go here to 2, and then I'll say down here visible tartar to 3, and now I did that wrong. Now I'm going to say 28. Their PHQ is 20. I'm going to return this to 1. Their PHQ is 8, and they're back to 6-month recall. The point of all this is just to, number one, share with them that the tartar is contributory to the 6 diseases. Number 2, show them the Alzheimer's. Number 3, show them about the tight junctions. Number 4, customize the calculation for them. You will be surprised how many people will take this recommendation exactly. On this page, you have a video about PHQ if people want to know more. You have a video here. This connects you to the Alzheimer's. And then if the person needs a Reston therapy, you have a link down here. So I'm going to close this Camtasia out. I'm going to put it on the All About Gums website for those of you who choose to be members, and I'm going to hope that people will use this. This is a method that causes patients to become healthier, causes them to become more conscious of their home care, causes them to take a shorter recall recommendation, and causes them theoretically to maybe refer their friends, and it distinguishes and sets apart the office that's using the digital recall from the regular office, and it works like magic. Just for the sake of making a financial comment, using this in my very quiet practice has put about $3,500 a month per month in my through my practice, not just from scaling and route planning, but from shorter recalls that people are choosing to have, and we feel we're being more responsible. So okay, I'm going to stop this particular Camtasia video. I'm going to put it up on All About Gums, and I hope this is helpful.